Clean your ears for this one, y'all. This about the unknockable 304s. I know y'all be on IG and y'all see all these females with unknockable in their bio. I'm about to give y'all some game from the grassroots to break it all down right here on Durable Minds.
Taking the convo to high levels. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're enjoying Durable Minds Radio.
Is P okay with her feeling unknockable? Is she unknockable? And is P okay with her being unknockable? That's what it's coming down to. That's what it's coming down to. I'll be on this social media, and that unknockable word, I don't even think that's a real word. For one, I don't think that's a real word. But I understand. The bitch is letting the folks know I'm down for you. I'm rocking with you. I'm going hard with you. I'm happy for you. I get that. I get it. Some of them might have folks. Some of them might be, in a situation, to where they're growing, they're happy or whatnot. And, they want to, say unknockable. They like they folks. Right? It kind of contradicts itself because I don't know no P's that telling they brides to put unknockable or giving them some game to make them feel like, hey, I'm the only one that you're ever gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get a sense that it's a lot of females' first pimp, or it's the pimp's first female, to where one of them think it's it's pimpish or it's hoish to put that, but they're not really understanding that you need to learn the game to where being unknockable is like trying to put a shield to avoid dealing with other pimps in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's like a pimp saying he about to avoid the police. Oh, I'm about to be pimping, but I'm unarrestable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, that's fantasy talk. That's not no reality talk. You know what I mean? That's not no reality talk. If you a gentleman in lifestyle and you get some game and she might be a turnout or whatnot, you should want to introduce her to the game, the real, right? So you should let her know, like, look, you feel me? You're choosing this by choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be stuck with me. You can go choose a different situation if, this situation is not fitting you. There's no need to put unknockable in your bio. You feel me? You're very much knockable. I guarantee you could get knocked by the pressure of the game. She could get knocked. The pressure of the lifestyle. She might not be performing well enough, or it might be too slow, or she getting irritated because things ain't going how she want. And guess what? That pressure will knock her off. And guess what? She's knockable because of that pressure that knocked her off the game. She could get knocked by the police. Police put her in a jam, put her in a corner. Guess what? She done been knocked off by the police. You feel me? Her family can knock her off. Her family could convince her, hey, this is not the life, or say some stuff that might get to her to where she feels like she's a bad person or whatever. And guess what? Her family will knock her off. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of shit that can knock them off. A square can knock the bitch off. She might get tired of being in lifestyle, come up on a trip that's just catering to her every wants and every needs, and will knock her out the game. So when them bitches say that they unknockable, I be really thinking it's the ones that ain't really in the lifestyle, ain't never really had no folks. Because if they had some folks, man, hey, look, we in the grassroots of this shit. You know what I mean? We ain't doing this shit kidding around. But a lot of these motherfuckers, you know, the P will be okay with it. He just happy to have a little broad that says she gonna be with him forever. And that's another thing. That'd be a rude awakening. See, that's the thing. They started out in some square weird shit already. That's why they have the unknockable out there. You know, it ain't like, oh, her, you know what I'm saying? Some real folks ain't gonna be worrying about her putting unlockable on her shit. You know, a real P might tell her, man, take that shit off. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You got that shit up there, like, what are you, like, are you trying to draw attention to yourself? Or what does it mean you unlockable? Like, you know, I don't be getting it. But I'm here talking about it, man, you know, because I'm a brainstormer, man. I jumped in this shit and I try to take it to a high level, man. You know what I'm saying? So I be thinking they really green. I be thinking them unknockable females is green. And if they got folks under they shit too, I think they folks is green. Them nigga might be a producer or a rapper or a producing rap, you know, type nigga. Them bitches choose up them niggas. And them niggas, you know, they know bare minimum of the lifestyle. So they'll send her go get some chips. A bitch could stay down without letting her folks know she's unknockable. Her actions alone will let her know that she's not worried about other P's, you feel me? Unknockable just means I don't want no P's approaching me. I don't want no pressure from a P. It's like, that's what I look at it. When I hear that, I be like, oh yeah, she don't want to be sweated. A lot of these dudes don't understand females. A lot of these dudes don't understand, yeah, she likes you, she cares for you. Of course, she feels she's unknockable because everything's going so good in her fantasy world with being in the lifestyle and stuff. And it's on the pimp's job to bring her back to earth. Let her know the real, like, hold on. Hey, man, you know, it's a lot of shit that can throw you off. You thinking you unknockable just against, you feel me, other P's and shit. But there's a lot to this shit. That's why you're for the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to stick with me, you know, throughout this process of life, then that's more power to you. But you still got to understand, hey, there's going to be people that's going to be tapping into you, man. That's just how it go. You know? And you can't run or hide or avoid it, you know? You got to take it head on. That's what you signed up for when we got into this shit, you know? You know, Pip in his bio talking about, hey, man, you know, I'm unarrestable, baby, come fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about the police, baby. We unarrestable around this motherfucker, baby. I always try to give a comparison to the male side, man, because sometimes the females don't see the other side. Now, I will hope you feel me, stay in pocket. For sure, I will hope you stay in pocket. But if you don't stay in pocket, man, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't need you to feel like you unknockable. I just need you to feel like you staying down. You know what I'm saying? Fuck being unknockable, just stay down. You know, they come and make up these old new words. I don't think unknockable is a word. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I ain't gonna lie. But they come in the game and they come up with some new shit. I really, really want to know where that shit came from. I want to know if a pimp nigga was like, yeah, man, hey, man, my bitch is unknockable, man. I could see a pimp saying that to his bitch, like, yeah, bitch, you unknockable. And then she feeling that, like, ooh, you know, she in the backseat, like, ooh, that's catchy. I'm gonna put that on my shit. Yeah, that's how that shit was created. Now these bitches is unknockable. It's all good, man. I ain't tripping. I just want them to understand the game. Like, okay, you can say you're unknockable, but that doesn't mean just because you came in this lifestyle, you got folks, and now you're saying you're unknockable, that pimps can't pursue to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And that you should get frustrated or mad or disrespected from that. No, you should understand this is what it is. You feel me? If you're gonna stay in pocket, just stay in pocket.
Look, I don't know how you niggas live, and my pretty women don't see no gimmicks, but niggas getting older ain't growing up. Probably talk a midget into growing up. Pull her to the side, let me show you something. Like a Jordan logo, she gon' open up. It's the same difference. I'm Mike J, but my game pimpin'.
Illustrating the ism.
You can keep the bullshit, I'ma take the money, yeah, yeah. You can keep the bullshit, I'ma take the money, yeah, yeah. You can keep the bullshit, I'ma take the money. I had to make it through the rain, it wasn't always sunny. Big 2K, I'm still the dopest thing breathing. Always on my job, I give a fuck about the weekend. But all year round, I give a fuck about the season. I'll take my chicken straight, Brody, you can keep the seasoning. Buy some hill riding, but it's feeling like it's sunset.